you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
The Longhorns line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Wants to return it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Jukes his way for more. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. Finding an escape route. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. The Sooners are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
On 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Absolutely center cut. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big... And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Looking downfield, it's Huffman. Runs through a tackle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Third down is a big factor in games. It's something I know this offense in particular practices often throughout the week, but they just haven't been able to get it done so far in this game on these critical downs. That time, quarterback can't link up with his guy, and they've got to find a better way of being more efficient on third.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Rides the back on the option to give. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Finds some room. Inside the touchdown, Oklahoma. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. What? Send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap. Down on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that...
Breaks into the open. Oh, better look out. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for a man. It's Hoffman. And his throw is incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
They're going to ride this running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly, running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. They'll go to the ground.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Makes the grab over the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Back to throw. It's Hoffman. Quickly out to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. From the gun, running back on the move. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the...
And he'll step into the end mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Liberty is torching the opposition today. Up that scoreboard thanks to a dazzling offensive display.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 33. The Longhorns will hustle through the line. Back to throw, it's Hoffman. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast, force the incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice. The Sooners will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch is collected at the 4, and that's where they'll start this drive. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Hoffman. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And some room to work. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this. In your playbook.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Keeps it on the draw. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And for the 2nd time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. But he stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just read.
And that's a live ball. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. That is a defense. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. To the air, it's Hoffman. Fires to the tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Makes the play in the backfield again, and the defense can use a timeout and get the ball back here. And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. Wants to bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin.